I'm a weirdo.
You're a weirdo. We're filming in the ugly kitchen today.
Again.
I am making what am I making? Roasted duck Thai curry. And it's one of my favorite dishes to order. We pay about $15 to $20 for duck curry at the Thai restaurant. In Thai restaurants in Vancouver, there aren't that many, so the ones that are here are quite expensive. It's not like when we used to live in San Francisco, there was a Thai restaurant every corner, and it was so cheap and so good. And here we are back in Vancouver with not much as an option. So I am making red curry, and I'm using a package of curry paste. This is the brand I always use, Mayploy. It also comes in a jar, but I wasn't able to find it last time I was at the market. So these packets are great because it's just one packet and you use it all. There's about 3 tablespoons in here. Just gonna find my pair of scissors. And I've already heated up some oil in my pot. And you can make this on the stovetop. You don't have to use a pressure cooker. I use a pressure cooker because I can create stronger flavors in less time, but you can easily make this on the stove as well. So, starting with about a tablespoon of oil, whatever oil you're cooking with, a neutral oil, don't use olive oil. And I'm just going to stir fry this paste for a couple of minutes. I'm actually going to turn it off now. I just wanted to saute the paste for a little bit. So I hit cancel and I'm going to add coconut milk. Okay, I forgot to make some chicken broth. So I use better than bouillon chicken flavor, especially if I'm just going to use half a cup. I'm just using a little bit of that. It's like half a teaspoon to half a cup of water. I'm just going to let that dissolve a little bit more. In the meantime, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of fish sauce. I'm going to add it to my measuring cup because then I can tell how much 2 tablespoons is.
I thought you don't care about measuring.
Well, it's not really measuring, but whatever. Okay, anyways, that's going in. And I have 6 Roma tomatoes cut up. And that's it. I'm going to put the lid on. Locking it into place, making sure the sealing knob is on sealing. And just manual. And we're going to set that to 5 minutes. That's it. And then I'm going to cut up my duck. So I am using roasted duck that you can get at the Chinese markets. And again, I mentioned that when I order duck curry, that it can cost anywhere from $15 to $20 just for a small amount. And you definitely won't get as much meat unless you make it yourself. So I'm using the whole duck, and this duck cost me 24 bucks, which I'm like, wow, that's really expensive. But that's where I was today, and that was my only option, so I picked one up. And they also have the best ones there because they're quite meaty. So to debone this duck, what I do is cut off the legs first. You want to use all of the meat from the duck. So it's just like a chicken, you just cut off the legs first. So I'm just going to put the legs in there for now. Then the chicken breasts are right here.
The breast.
Yep.
You said chicken breast.
Oh, I meant duck. And you didn't say duck, you said breast.
You don't have to mention the kind of meat it is. It hasn't changed or morphed. It mutated into another species. You started off with duck, it's gonna remain duck.
My excuse is I'm sick. So remember who was sick last video? Well, he gave me his cold, I think.
Whatever. Blame the children.
Blame the children. The children weren't even sick. I wish we could blame the children. Alright, so there's the duck breast meat. And the other side, it's in the middle, there's this little piece of cartilage. Don't want that part.
I mean, buying the whole duck, regardless of $20 or $24, compared to what you get at a restaurant, there is no comparison.
That's true. But you know what? You also want to debone the duck yourself, because if you ask the butcher to cut it up for you, he will cut it up and you'll have shards of bone in everything.
That's
so
right.
I'm going to pick through and going to get all the meat off of this duck, including on the back side too. There's like meat right in here. I might as well just show you. I'm going to
do
put
some
these in
of it.
there too. So when you go to restaurants, there's a dish called Peking duck in Chinese restaurants, and they serve it with kind of like a tortilla, but they're like Chinese crepes. And they cut off the skin, and then you just eat it with that, and then the meat they make into lettuce wrap. So, and then there's even like a third dish that you can order, which is they'll make a soup with the bones. So it's totally like, don't waste anything. So I'm going to keep going at this. Oh, there's not much left anyways. And we'll be back.
Looks good.
Yep. There's actually quite a bit of meat on a duck. Ducks don't have much meat. So in the amount of time it took me to debone the duck, the curry has finished. So I'm going to release. I'm just going to quick release.
Huh.
Went down by itself. All right. Curry is already very yummy. Now, Thai curry isn't a thick curry, so the consistency is a little bit watery. If you don't like it that watery, you can also decrease the amount of chicken broth that you use. I'm going to put this on saute mode, heat it back up, and then I'm just going to heat through the duck to warm it up. And I'm also going to add a can of lychee. I've already drained it, and I saved a few for the kids because they like the lychee, but they don't like it they like it in the curry as well. But they also find that this curry is a little bit too spicy for them, so they're having something else for dinner tonight. It's already heating up, so I'm going to pour in all the duck. And believe me, if you order in the restaurant, you are not going to get this amount of duck.
Nope.
Like maybe a quarter of it.
Yep.
If that.
True. Yep. And then maybe a couple of lychee.
And a couple of lychee if you're lucky.
Or pineapple, whatever they do at the restaurant.
I like adding lychee. I like I guess they're a little bit, I guess quote unquote exotic. And they add just a little bit of sweetness. And then what I don't have today is Thai basil. So unfortunately I won't be able to add some of that. But I would normally add a few leaves of Thai basil chopped up in chiffonade strips. I don't know what to call it or how to use it, whether or not the word chiffonade is a verb or a noun. But I'm sure someone will gladly let me know. All right, just gonna heat that through, and then that's it. And then dinner is served. I've already made rice on the side, so we're just gonna wait a minute or so. Oh, I packaged up my duck bones, including the 2 drumsticks that I cut the meat off of, and I'm gonna toss it in the freezer to make duck broth. It'll be yummy. Anticipation. I heated it for about a minute or two. It's sufficiently warm through now, so I'm going to cancel and serve it in a bowl. And everyone can just scoop out the amount that they want, family style. definitely guest worthy.
That looks really good.
I can't wait. I'm starving. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click like and subscribe to my channel. You can also find me on Facebook and join my page there. Can't remember all the
You're using
terminology.
different verbs every video. Fantastic.
Join my fan page on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram at FloLum and subscribe to my channel, which I've already said, I'm sure. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I hope you'll give this a try. It's precious. $24 worth.
And you'll be back.
And I'll be back.